Joining me again is Dr. Alexander Van Tulleken with Fordham University's Institute of International Humanitarian Affairs. You just heard David reporting, Dr. Brantly and Nancy Writebol offered to donate blood to Duncan. That didn't happen. The question is, would a blood transfusion have helped?
So this is one of those things that really feels like it would have helped, because their blood has antibodies against Ebola in it that they've made to survive the disease, and you can take those antibodies out and put them in somebody else. So that's the logic behind giving the blood transfusion. But the virus is already having a pretty devastating effect on his body by the time he would have got the transfusion. We don't know how much antibodies they've got in their blood. And so this is still highly experimental. We don't have data to say this works. We have a kind of logic that says it might work and it feels like it should work.
All right, so that didn't happen, and obviously there could have been a blood type issue. I mean, it's not 100% sure why
we
it
don't
didn't
know
happen
exactly.
At this point.
We don't know.
Okay, now what about the ZMapp itself, right? We're told there's just none of it left. And a lot of people say, well, of course, there has to be some of it left. If the President of the United States had Ebola, surely there'd be a ZMapp dose for him?
It's a very interesting question, that, actually. So I don't think they're holding any in reserve for him or anybody else. I mean, it takes a long time to make this stuff.
Because it grows in a plant.
It's growing in tobacco plants, and plants take a long time to do anything, okay? It's not like you're growing it up overnight. It's not that we have a machine that can print these things automatically. So they're scaling up a highly experimental drug that was really being researched at a pretty slow pace until very recently.
So A, you buy that they don't have it, that it takes a long time, and B, we don't even know for sure that ZMapp works. It has been indicated in the couple people who have had it, that it helped, but we don't know that it's a cure.
That's absolutely right, and I think it's very important to say, I mean, if you look at the share price of MAP Pharmaceuticals, it's soared since the Ebola epidemic started. They'd be desperate to get this drug into anyone, so I don't think they've got a cupboard full of it that they're saving for some, real American or whatever other thing whatever other story we could tell.
So then my other question that people might have is, look, other people, Americans who came back with the disease, who did get slightly different treatment and survived, they also went to hospitals that were chosen. Hospitals that were ready, that were prepared for this. The Dallas Presbyterian was not. Is that something that could have played a role?
I think there's no question that if you go to Emory Hospital in Atlanta, they absolutely know what they're doing. They've looked after other people with hemorrhagic fevers, and the other centers for tropical disease around the world are also good at that. When you go to a regular hospital that doesn't deal with this kind of stuff, people aren't drilled, they aren't trained, and so it's not just a matter of having a copy of the CDC protocol somewhere. It's not just a matter of having the gowns in a cupboard. You've got to get everyone practicing. It's very nerve-wracking doing it. It's very easy to make a mistake. So I think there's no question. If I was running a hospital right now, I would be up thinking, how do I get my staff practiced? How do I make this stuff easier to do?
All right. Dr. Van Tulleken, thank you very much.